There's stuff going on in this world, and we need to make a stand against it. And I'm asking each one of you, when you guys go to bed at night, what do you think about? You think you're going to live forever? You're going to meet your maker, and he's going to ask you what you did or didn't do. And by not doing something to protect our kids, you're putting yourself in jeopardy.
Marginalizing and demonizing one group of people to make another group of people feel better about themselves is never good governance. The LGBTQ community here is alive, it's well, it's growing every single day in every single district. It is your responsibility to treat everyone, it's all of our responsibilities, to treat everyone with dignity and respect. And they are no different than anybody else.
Right-wing protesters in Colorado are demanding their city council, quote, protect the kids. This comes after an incident at the annual Douglas County Pride Fest during a drag show performance where a wardrobe malfunction caused a performer's clothing to slip. The organization behind the event sent out an apology saying it wasn't part of the planned performance. However, that had stopped one city commissioner from fueling efforts to ban the entire event. And now, a year later, protesters are still trying to block the event from happening.
I just challenge you guys to raise the town and the county to a higher standard, one that will protect and provide for all of our citizens, especially our children, and not allow these events, and if they have to be allowed, to put age restrictions on them.
You guys, if you don't have kids or grandkids, when you do, you will think twice. You know, the laws of God are written on people's hearts. You can choose to ignore it, but I'm telling you, have you guys seen this movie, The Sound of Freedom? You think that's a bunch of ho hockey?
Mr. Mayor, council members, my name is Casey Neal. I do not live within the formal boundaries of Castle Rock, but I consider it my home for almost a quarter century. My husband and I own a business here, and I love it here. I'm here tonight to implore you to step aside and step away from this whole Pride Fest imbroglio. Should you take on some of the things that have been discussed tonight, you probably most likely face a legal liability that your own legal counsel has told you you are unlikely to win. You also put into jeopardy your relationship with your partners over at the county who have already done the heavy lifting to make sure that something like fake boobgate does not happen again, as unfortunate as that was. And last but not least, every one of you were elected to serve all of the residents of Castle Rock. And I have to tell you, the LGBTQ community here is alive, it's well, it's growing every single day in every single district. A couple weeks ago, Hairball came. They were at the amphitheater. Kids of all ages attending that concert, and they watched grown men in high heels and skin-tight leather pants that left nothing to the imagination, real live nipples, hair, wigs, strut around the stage for a couple of hours. And I have not seen anyone lose their lunch over that. This is duplicitous, it's disingenuous, and it should have no oxygen here. A few years ago, I got pulled up in a imbroglio with open carry, and I lost that fight. And I was told that I was being outrageous and that I needed to get my act together and that I need to calm down because my fear and my lack of understanding should not result in governmental intervention. And yet some of those very same people who told me that, let me say this one more time, and I apologize.
Thank you, Casey.
Demeaning, marginalizing, and demonizing one group of people to make another group of people feel better about themselves has never been, will never be, and is not good governance. I trust you will all do the right thing
Thank you,
for
Casey.
all the residents in town. Thank you for your time.
Next, I have John Anderson.